Hey guys, good evening and thanks for joining. So we will continue definition in the today class. Most probably tomorrow evening we will start our voice layer networking concepts. Okay, so let's continue. So in the last class we have seen about couple of definitions. Those definitions are like a domain controller or data center, what is LAN, what is MAN, what is okay. So WAN. In the similar way, we have seen what is vulnerability, what is threat, what is risk, and also authorization, authentication. Okay, what is mean a threat actor, attacker, or intruder or adversary, and also we have seen what is mean abnormal or malicious or suspicious, and also then we have seen about encryption and decryption. So these are all the couple of definitions we have seen yesterday. Today we are going to continue from there. Okay, let's start now. Whitelisting. So whenever we are saying whitelisting, it is nothing but allowing of something. So that may be example, your IP address allowing, or maybe so domain allowing, or maybe MAC address allowing, or maybe URL allowing, and so on. Allow is called as whitelist. Okay. In technical terminology, whitelisting is nothing but allowing something. Allowing of access related to something. So that something may be example, IP address allowing or whitelisting, or maybe domain, or maybe URL, okay, or maybe hash value, okay. So, or maybe website, or maybe application, and so on. So that is also called as a granting, okay. Granting or giving permission, that is called whitelisting. Okay, so then opposite to whitelisting is block listing. Opposite to whitelisting is block listing. Nothing but something if you want to deny. Okay. So, or maybe rejection, or maybe blocking. So that is called block listing. Blocking or rejecting or denying of the access related to IP address, MAC address. Okay. In the similar URL, hash value, application, or website. So same thing is applicable here as well. So all these. Most of the cases, whitelisting and blocklisting we will do in either firewall, or maybe proxy, or maybe IPS, or maybe web application firewall, or maybe EDR or antivirus tools. Okay. If I want to say practically, example, maybe one of the application developer, they are trying to access one of the GitHub. In the similar way, one of the DevOps person, they want to try to access Jenkins. Unfortunately, our antivirus or EDR agent is blocking. In that scenario, they will come to us. Your antivirus or EDR agent is blocking, even though it is legitimate activity. Then we have to go and we have to troubleshoot why this particular antivirus or EDR agent is blocking. Is really any abnormal or malicious or suspicious content is there? After validating and after checking the reputation, finally, based on business, whatever application developer is raised, we have to whitelist or we have to exclude. Okay, so that is called whitelisting. This is applicable to blocklisting also. Maybe a couple of hackers or attackers or intruders, they'll keep on trying to do the hacking part. So maybe one of the attack is coming from so-and-so IP address, or maybe one of the phishing email contains URL link, or maybe one of the attacker is spoofing some of the domain name, or maybe one of the malware is coming through hash value, or maybe one of the end user, they are trying to download something from the one of the malicious website. In that scenario, after verifying and validating and after doing the investigation, we have to block list. These are all the couple of things. If it is malicious IP address, we have to block in the firewall. If it's a malicious domain, we have to block in the domain name server. If it's a malicious URL, we have to block in the firewall and proxy. If malicious hash value, we have to block in the EDR tool and so on. Okay. So that is called whitelisting and blocklisting. So whitelisting means allowing, blocklisting means blocking something. So regularly I will use these words or terminology. Next one is event. So event meaning here, yesterday we discussed about log. Log means any computer recorded activity or action, whatever end user is trying to do, or whatever server is trying to do, or whatever application is trying to do. So that is called log basically. Event meaning here, something abnormal activity it is happening to the log. Something abnormal activity, not normal activity, abnormal activity. Abnormal activity of a log is called event. Abnormal change of the log is called event. What is meant by abnormal change of the log? I will explain now. Abnormal change of the log is called event. For suppose at 9 o'clock to 6 o'clock you are working. Okay, so 9 o'clock you will log in and 6 o'clock you will log out. Okay, that is your shift timings. So example, on behalf of you, attacker is trying to do some of the malicious login activity. What is normal login activity? Every day at 9 o'clock, you have to log into the computer. That is normal activity. What is abnormal activity? On behalf of you or impersonating you, attacker is logging on behalf of you. That is like an abnormal activity. Attacker is trying to do compromise your system or account. So if I want to say practically day-to-day our life, event management. So maybe birthday or maybe anniversary day or maybe death anniversary, whatever it may be. So whether will you celebrate daily basis birthday or will you celebrate daily basis anniversary and so on? No, yearly once we will celebrate. It's like an abnormal event. Okay. So same thing is applicable to here also. Whenever any malicious activity it's happening, that abnormal change of the log is called as event. That log also backend will be generated. Okay, that is event. Next one is malware. Malware full form is malicious software. Malicious software. So first three letters of the malicious is mal. Last four letters of software is ware. So that is called malicious software. That is called malware basically. Malicious software program code. So who will develop this malicious software program code? So this one will be developed by hackers. Hackers or intruders or attackers or adversary or threat actors. So once they will develop this particular malicious software, so then they will inject into the end user system or application or server or database anywhere, wherever they want. Finally, they will compromise system. So whatever malicious software program code or whatever code they are developing, that software program code, we will call it as malware. Okay. Malware is a category. Under malware, we have so many attacks are there. Example, consider maybe flower is a category. Under flower, we have rose, we have jasmine, we have chrysanthemum. Okay, there are so many flowers will come, right? Same thing is applicable to here as well. Malware is a category. Under this particular malware, we have so many attacks will come. Those attack names are, example, virus is one of the attack. Examples of malwares. Inter question this one. Very, very important inter question. What is malware? Could you please explain about 3 to 4 types of malwares? Examples of malwares. One is virus. One is worm. One is Trojan. Backdoor. Botnet. Logic bomb. Adware. Spyware. Mimikatz. Okay. Hacking tool. rootkit, 0-day, rat, remote access Trojan. There are so many. All these are examples of malware category. So all these malware category of the attacks will be blocked and prevented by one of the tool. The tool we will call it as antivirus tool or EDR tool. Virus is a attack or an attack, and antivirus is a solution. Anti, nothing but opposite. Malware is a attack and anti-malware is a solution, right? So now antivirus. Antivirus will prevent virus related attacks. Whenever any virus is hacking to end user system or database or applications or any one of the end user machine, that time if you are installing or deploying antivirus tool, it will prevent as well as it will block. Okay, it will prevent, it will block also. So it is a blocking tool. Antivirus is a blocking tool. All these are basics, guys. One of the person in the interview, he mentioned antivirus is a monitoring tool, and he did not say it is a blocking tool. That is wrong answer. Antivirus is a monitoring as well as blocking also. Whenever any virus related hacking it's happening, it will monitor as well as it will block also, similar to like IPS. Okay. Next one is couple of tools we have, example tools. You know very well, Avast is one of the open source tool. Norton is one of the open source tool. Kaspersky is one of the paid version. In the similar way, in corporate IT right now, so many tools are using by different companies. Example, CrowdStrike. It's one of the very, very popular tool right now, #1 in the market. Next one is Microsoft Defender. Okay. In the similar way, we have Sophos. In the similar way, we have McAfee. So Trend Micro, Symantec. There are so many, more than 50 tools are there. You should not be expert in all these tools. If you know one tool, that is more than sufficient. So that is called antivirus. Antivirus, it will prevent any virus related attacks or malware category of the attacks. Okay, it is a blocking tool. Next one is anti-malware. So malware is an attack, malicious software program code, and also it is a category under the malware we have seen just now. Virus, worm, Trojan, adware, spyware, ransomware. Okay, rootkit, logic bomb, botnet, all those will fall under. Okay, so now anti-malware is a solution. Couple of times antivirus and anti-malware will be like a hand in hand. Okay, so indirectly we can say antivirus is also called anti-malware. Most of the cases. It is also, it will prevent malware category of the attacks. That means whatever category we discussed previously, all these. Okay. It is also blocking tool. So all these are examples of anti-malware also. Not only this one, as I mentioned, we have more than 50 to 100 tools are available in the market. Any tool we can purchase. So that is about anti-malware. Next one is EDR. EDR full form you know already. It is a endpoint detection and response. Endpoint detection response interview question. It is very, very favorite interview question. What is EDR? And also what is the difference between antivirus and EDR? It is one of the popular interview question. So EDR is a next generation antivirus. It has advanced features as compared to traditional antivirus. Those advanced features are machine learning capability, deep learning capability, data analytics capability, inbuilt features of DLP prevention, inbuilt feature of file integrity monitoring, inbuilt features of, okay, so threat prevention, inbuilt pieces of malware prevention, all those will fall under EDR. But traditional antivirus will block only malware-related attacks. So EDR is a endpoint detection response. It's like a next generation antivirus. EDR also called as next gen antivirus. Gen means generation. Next generation antivirus. It has advanced features as well as advanced threat detection capability. Meaning here, as compared to traditional antivirus, it has advanced features, nothing but it will do more features, and also it has advanced threat prevention capability. When you say advanced threat prevention capability, whatever right now it is hacking is happening on daily basis, all those daily basis alerts also it will be generated. But traditional antivirus, it will not do all those things. Example, if you want to say practical day-to-day life, so Russia and Ukraine war is going on. So many hackers from Ukraine, Russia, North Korea, South Korea, Pakistan or Afghanistan, and so on. From different countries, they will try to do hacking part. In that scenario, whatever just now one of the hacking is happened from these countries, this EDR tool has a machine learning capability and also artificial intelligence capability. And so whatever hacking it's happening, automatically alert will be generated. It will suspect that particular action or activity. So that is called EDR. But traditional antivirus, it doesn't have this much capability. So what are the advanced features it will do? It has inbuilt features of threat prevention. When you say threat prevention, malware prevention. So next one, it has inbuilt features of basic DLP, data loss or data leak prevention. It has file integrity monitoring capability. It has app control capability. And also web control capability. Okay. Then it has HIDS, HIP's inbuilt capability, all these. But traditional virus or traditional antivirus tool, it will not do all these features. All these are features related to so EDR tool. Not only this one, even as I said, one is advanced features is a keyword here. And also advanced threat prevention. This is also one of the keyword here. These are the two keywords. So we have seen these are all advanced features. What about advanced threat detection capability or advanced threat prevention capability? So advanced threat detection capabilities are detection, so what is the first one? Machine learning, also called as a deep learning. Deep learning or machine learning with artificial intelligence. Okay. So deep learning or machine learning meaning here. So whenever something it is suspecting, automatically alert will be generated. We have seen signature based, behavioral based. It is like a behavioral based. Okay. So second one, it has behavioral based approach also. So these are all the main threat prevention capability using this particular machine learning or deep learning and also behavioral approach. Even though if it is a new attack, automatically alert will be generated. It will suspect that particular action or activity has some of the issue. Then alert will be generated. Where the alert will be generated? Alert will be generated in the EDR tool. Now, as a L1, L2, and L3 team, we have to take care of the instant investigation. Okay. So that is called behavioral based. Based on the behavior of the malware, alert will be generated. So because of these features as well as threat prevention capability, EDR is called as next generation antivirus. Because of these features as well as these threat detection or prevention capability, EDR also called as next generation antivirus. As compared to traditional antivirus, all these is a more features as well as more prevention capability. So that's why we will use EDR tool instead of traditional antivirus. Okay. So what are the different types of tools are existing in the market right now related to EDR? CrowdStrike, Defender, Sophos, example tools. So CrowdStrike is one of the popular tool. Microsoft Defender, Sophos. Next one, Sentinel-1, Cisco AMP. Okay, ESET, Resolution-1, Security. Obviously, these three also, McAfee, Trend Micro, Symantec, these are existing from long back. So all these are called advanced or EDR tool capabilities or EDR related tools. Okay, dedicated to this one also, as I said earlier, we have a lot of job vacancies are available in the market. Okay, that we can discuss in future, don't worry. So that is about EDR. Next one is optical cable. Before going to optical cable, I will give Ethernet cable. Ethernet or RJ45 cable. So Ethernet or RJ45, you can see my screen. Ethernet cable. So many people aware of this one. So this cable is called as Ethernet cable or RJ45 cable. Okay. So once you are joining in a company or are already working professional, they are aware of, they will give one desk for every employee. Companies will give one desk for every employee. In that particular desk, they will give one physical RJ45 or Ethernet cable as well. So this cable is called as RJ45 or Ethernet cable. And this particular cable will support, this is a physical cable. It will support speed up to 1 gigabyte only. If it is more than 1 gigabyte, so RJ45 will not support. RJ45 will not support. In that scenario, in +1 or +2, we have studied optical fiber communication, right? In physics or somewhere. So we have to use optical fibers. If it is greater than 1 GB speed, so we have to use optical fibers. Okay. So this Ethernet, whatever just now I have shown, example, this one will support to 1 MB, 10 MB, 100 MB, and 1 GB only. If it is greater than 1 GB, this RJ45 or Ethernet cable will not support. Okay. So basically, where we have to use these RJ45 Ethernet cables in the data center, in on-premise location. If you are not using cloud, then obviously we have to use RJ45 Ethernet cables for connectivity purpose. If you are going for entire organization is a cloud, these cables are not required. Okay. So it will support below speeds. So one is 1 MB, second one 10 MB, third one is 100 MB, fourth one is 1 GB. What about greater than 1 GB? Obviously, in every organization, they will use greater than 1 GB speed only. That may be 10 GB, that may be 100 GB or 1000 GB or terabytes or picobytes and so on. In that scenario, we have to use optical cable connections or optical cable that may be from Cisco or Juniper or Avaya or HP or IBM and so on. Those companies will support these optical cable connections or connectivity. We have to purchase from those optical cables. You can see example. So this is called optical cable, optical fiber cable. So this is the one. Okay. So what is the difference now? Difference between these two? This is also physical cable. It will support greater than up to otherwise. It will support up to 1 terabytes. So example, all these along with 10 GB, 100 GB, 1000 GB. 1000 GB is also called as terabytes, 1 terabytes, 1 picobytes, and so on. So in that scenario, we have to use optical cable. Okay. If it is on-premise or data center, we have to use this particular connectivity. Example, if I want to show practically, so maybe router 6500, one of the physical router is there from Cisco. Cisco router 6500. This is called Chazy. This is very big device. You can see it's a very big device. This is called Chazy. Okay. So this will support not only just up to 1 gigabytes of the speed, this switch will support to also up to terabytes and picobytes. Maybe if I'm purchasing this particular switch to my organization, okay. So in that scenario, I have to purchase even optical cable connections also. Wherever this greater than 1 GB connections are there, those connections we have to use optical cable. Less than 1 GB connections, we have to use RJ45 or Ethernet cables. This is called Chazy. It's a very big device. This particular device, we will use it for telcos. When you say telco, telecommunication companies, and also banking. Okay. So very, very big banks. Okay. So those companies, they will purchase these different types of very big routers and switches. Not only this one, I will show one more. Palo Alto 7500 firewall. So this is also one of the Chazy. Okay. It will also will be purchased to telco companies, nothing but telecommunications companies like a Vodafone or AT&T, Orange Business Services. Okay, Vodafone, BSNL. Okay. In the similar HSBC Bank or Axis Bank or Citibank or Standard Chartered Bank and so on. So those, because they have very big transactions will be there. Once they are purchased, their speed of the internet or LAN, it is more than obviously 10 GB. In that scenario, not only Ethernet cables they have to connect or purchase, even they have to purchase optical cables also. Okay. So that is the difference between RJ45 and also optical cable. Next one, IDS. So IDS full form is intrusion detection system. So what exactly IDS will do? It will only do detection. Name itself, it is suggesting. It has only detection capability, not prevention. Detection, nothing but only give alert notification, but will not do any blocking as well as preventive mechanism. So how we can define this one? Whenever any abnormal or malicious or suspicious activity will happen by attackers, IDS tool will monitor and give alert notification only, but it will not block. Okay, just it will give the alert notification. Then we have to go and we have to verify whether really legitimate traffic or illegitimate traffic, whether really hacker is trying to do or whether it is internal activity. So that is called IDS. So opposite to IDS is IDS and also SIM tool, both are same, guys. IDS and SIM tool capability wise both are same only. It is just only monitoring tool, but it will not block anything. Please remember these things, guys. Why I'm saying this one? One of the candidate, he attended Gensar company. So in the interview point of view, they asked what is SIM tool? SIM tool is a log monitoring tool, log collection, log analysis, log processing, and also instant investigation tool. It's a monitoring tool. But that guy, unfortunately, with confusion, what the answer he provided, he said it's a blocking tool. It's a basic funda. It will not block anything, SIM tool. Just only it will go alert notification and also monitoring. That's it. Even IDS also same thing. If are doing these type of blunder mistakes, they will think whether really is a genuine or fake. Okay. So that's why these basics are always very, very important. SIM tool equivalent to IDS, antivirus equivalent to EDR, equivalent to firewall, equivalent to proxy, equivalent to WAF. All are blocking tool, whatever antivirus or EDR or proxy or firewall or web application firewall. IDS and also SIM tool, just only monitoring tool. That's it. Okay. Next one is IPS. So intrusion prevention system. So intrusion prevention system, so it will do both blocking as well as monitoring also, alerting also. Same as it is whenever any abnormal or malicious or suspicious activity happen by the end user, end users or attackers, IPS tool will monitor and also it will block. Block the malicious activity. So that is called IPS. Okay, it will block that particular malicious activity, but unfortunately IDS it will not block. Maybe you can ask then why IDS is invented? Because first scientists they invented IDS, later they invented IPS. Most of the cases, IDS, IPS we can monitor on the endpoint level and also network level and also endpoint level. Okay, most of the case it's like a traffic oriented. So next one is network IDS, network IPS, host IDS, host IPS, wireless IDS, wireless IPS. So those are all different types of IDS, IPS. So generic IDS, IPS is it will do abnormal activity detection by IDS. IPS it will do blocking as well. Okay, but there are different types of IDS, IPS we have. One is endpoint level. Endpoint level IDS, IPS we can call it as HIDS, HIPS. Network level IDS, IPS we can call it as network IDS, network IPS. Wi-Fi or wireless related IDS, IPS we can call it as wireless IDS, wireless IPS. Those are all three different types of IDS and also IPS. That is also interview question. What is the difference between IDS and IPS? And also what are the different types of IDS, IPS we have? So this is very important. We can discuss once again. All these topics we'll discuss once again. Next one is WAF.
Hi, okay, this is Guru.
Yes, please.
Sorry for the interrupt. Actually, like how can we identify that our system got compromised? Like you said here, abnormal activity, right? So what are the symptoms with respect to this abnormal activity or malicious activities?
Yeah, in this scenario, basically we'll create policies or rules. It's a very good question. So backend detection methods we have, those detection methods are, one is signature based. When you say signature based, example, as I said earlier also, 3 years back, we have corona or pandemic situation. That time we don't have any medication or we don't know what are the tablets or pills we have to use, and also vaccination. So that is like abnormal, and also we don't know what is the medication. There is no signature for that particular coronavirus. But later, okay, R&D team of pharma companies or healthcare companies, they identify vaccination and also couple of tablets or pills, right? So before pandemic, everything like abnormal activity. And after 1.5 years, what are medication they identified, that is called signature. Signature is nothing but known thing. Okay. It will match that particular pattern automatically. It will detect as well as it will block. So, okay, coming back to the symptoms wise. So symptoms wise, we will install antivirus agent or EDR agent. In future, I'll explain more about all these. Don't worry. So symptoms wise, example, if it is your laptop, we'll install one of the EDR agent or antivirus agent or anti-malware agent. This agent, whenever any abnormal or malicious or harmful activity it's happened, this will communicate it to antivirus server. In the antivirus server, backend, some of the detection methods will be there from the vendor point of view. Those detection methods are, as I said just now, one is signature. Okay, this is one of the symptom. Second one is belongs to machine learning. Okay, if you are not acting regularly, same activity, so machine will understand it's like abnormal activity, then it will throw error alert. That is one of the detection mechanism. And also we have one more baseline method and also heuristic approach. So all these are different types of methods it will use. Finally, it will identify and it will block. It's a very good question. Thanks for asking that, Gurdat.
Actually, one more doubt. Okay.
Yeah.
So with respect to the high CPU utilization or RAM utilization, sometimes our system may entering into the abnormal state. Can we call it as like our system got compromised?
No, we cannot say that one. So because of the
also even abnormal activity, right? This is not happened.
Yeah, agree with you on this one. So here option one, it's related to what are processes it is running on. Maybe they put so much load on the server. That time it will completely will go away of that particular CPU utilization, RAM utilization. That doesn't mean that something got compromised. Yes, we have to suspect maybe something is got compromised. Okay, so whenever any CPU utilizations or RAM utilization is reaching very high, that is like more than 70%, we have to suspect that one maybe some system is got compromised. That doesn't mean that, okay, it's completely related to security issue. So that may be health related issue also. Maybe couple of servers team or couple of users team, they implemented so many softwares. Because of that softwares also, so that CPU utilization and RAM utilization will go very high. Or with so many processes it will run. Because of the processes also, it will reach very high. Okay, so yes, you are right. We have to suspect that one maybe system is got compromised, but for that one, we have to verify. So one thing we have to verify from our side as a security analyst. Second thing, our respective server team or database team or end user team, they will verify. Is it clear or not?
Yeah, yes. And one more thing, like you said, the n number of flavors of the malware, right?
Yeah.
How can we discriminate them? Like, is there any specific feature to identify them? Because
so we have one of the feature name is called threat prevention feature. That threat prevention feature, if you are enabling as a policy, so that particular policy contains all malware category of the signature based detection mechanism as well as behavioral pattern mechanism using deep learning, also machine learning. So it will suspect either it will block or maybe either it will generate the alert notification. Okay, this one I will show it's a part of endpoint security. Okay, but your questions are all are logical. Really appreciate for that one. So I will show you practically once we are going to Sophos EDR or CrowdStrike EDR.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, it's a good questions. Thank you so much for asking that.
Hi, RK.
Hi.
RK, Is there any application differences for IDS and IPS? Because in IDS only we have various tools like a host IDS, server IPS, and networking IPS. So will it contain? I mean, all the single application will do all these things, or else according to the situation wise, we will use different of applications.
Yeah, it's a good question. So once again, there are different types of tools are there. For unfortunately, I did not give the tools name here. So our application names, otherwise whatever you have mentioned. On the host IDS, on the host IPS side, we have example, McAfee, it's one of the application or tool, or Symantec, it's one of the application or tool, or maybe Trend Micro, it's one of the application or tool. So we have Vectra. Okay, so these are all couple of very famous tools on the HIDS and HIPS side. Coming back on the network IDS and network IPS side, so all these tools also will support. Along with this one, some of the additional tools are available in the market, like applications. SourceFire, it's very, very famous from Cisco. Tipping Point, this is also very, very famous. Then we have FireEye, number one right now in the market, FireEye. So then we have Sophos. So there are so many tools are available. So coming back to your question, whatever you asked, yes, couple of things it has but we have to purchase both. We have to purchase both. HIDS, HIPS side we have to purchase with commercial option as a licensing, and also NIDS, NIPS also we have to purchase as a commercial option. So you can see here couple of tools it is supporting for both McAfee as well as McAfee. So Symantec and Symantec, Trend Micro and also Trend Micro. So it will support both the tools. It will support HIDS, HIPS. It will support network IDS, network IPS also.
Okay. So these are all algorithms contains with machine learning and AI. No?
Exactly, that's right. Not only machine learning plus AI, that is one of the features. Second one, baseline method. And also third one is signature based. You are right. These three. One is baseline, one is signature, third one is machine learning and artificial intelligence.
So what are the concepts are include inside of these like the FireEye and Sophos and all that can be covered in the future classes? No?
Yes, it will cover everything. It is like only definitions I am giving right now. Yeah. In future, I will design. I will discuss about what is licensing option, what is design, and what is implementation, and what policies we have to configure. Whenever any alert will come as a L1, L2, L3 team, what exactly we have to do.
Sure. And one more.
Yeah.
Just now you said like if any of the threat or something happening, like either server team or a SOC team from our side, we have to take care of it. So was it any major differences as server team can do, which SOC team can't do? Like we both are touch base with the network team or network tools only. Na? So what are the majorly differences between for server team and especially from the SOC team?
Yeah, so example previously Guru is raised one of the good question. Whenever any bandwidth utilization or RAM utilization, if these kind of thing will come, who will take care? So in this scenario, first and foremost, server team will verify whether it is related to security or whether it is related to normal server. Bandwidth utilization is very high. There are two different types of teams will be there. Basically, one is called NOC, one is called SOC. So NOC and SOC. NOC means Network Operation Center. Network Operation Center. SOC means Security Operation Center. So what is NOC team will do and what is SOC team will do and what is the difference between these two? So NOC team will take care of the NPM. Actually, this is future topic. That's why I did not discuss previously. NPM, APM, SPM. NPM meaning here network performance monitoring. APM means application performance monitoring. So SPM means server performance monitoring. Okay. So these things will be done by NOC team. They will coordinate with the application development team. They will coordinate with the network firewall or maybe network admins like a load balancers team or routers and switches team. In the similar way, they will coordinate with even server team also. One of the server bandwidth or CPU utilization is reaching very high. Could you please go and verify what is the reason behind this one? Okay, so that one will be done by NOC team. So coming back to SOC. So SOC dedicatedly, they will work on the attacks or hacking part. So whatever 40 to 50 attacks we are going to discuss about in future, all those different types of attacks, whether really it is got compromised or maybe it is not got compromised. Those things will be verified and instant investigation done by SOC team. Is it clear now?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So these are all the two different teams: application network performance monitoring and application performance monitoring. Server performance monitoring will be done by NOC team. So they will also use couple of tools. Example, Fluke Networks, Riverbird, WhatsApp Gold, and also SolarWinds, Splunk. These are all the different types of tools are in the NOC side. Okay. So coming back to SOC side, why I'm saying this one? Because I also worked on all these tools. Very starting of my career. So coming back to SOC. So SOC, we have Splunk or maybe IBM QRadar or maybe Sophos or McAfee or Trend Micro or maybe Palo Alto or Fortinet and so on. We will use security monitoring. So these are all the two different types of teams will handle. In case any server related issues will come, so NOC team will coordinate and they will go and they will check with the server team. If this something is got compromised related to server, then we have to coordinate with the server team. So this is the main difference between NOC and SOC. Is it clear now? Is it clear or not? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. Okay, it's fine.
Okay, done.
Fine.
Can you just scroll up to the top a little bit?
So I will remove this one because I'm going to discuss in the future once again these topics. Yeah, please.
Yeah, just like earlier you have told about this WAF.
Hmm.
I didn't make a note of it, and I don't think you have said about the WAF.
No, I'm going to discuss that one because in between Guru and also someone else asked about questions. I'm clarifying that one.
Okay, no problem, RK. Thank you so much. I didn't make a note of it, but I actually did not find that it is there or not. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, it is there. It is there. I'm going to discuss about that one only now. Next one is WAF, Web Application Firewall. So yesterday we discussed about next generation firewall or firewall. So next generation firewall will support from layer 1 to layer 7 attacks. As per OSA layer, we have 7 layers. Layer 1, layer 2 to layer 7. Starting with physical layer to application layer. That is tomorrow topic basically. Okay. So web application firewall, on the other hand, it will not block all the layer 1 to layer 7 attacks. It will dedicate it to block only layer 7 attacks only. That is the main difference between WAF and also firewall. I'm repeating once again. If it is next generation firewall, it will block layer 1 to layer 7 attacks. But on the other hand, web application firewall will block only layer 7 attacks. That is nothing but application layer. Okay. So WAF will block and prevent layer number 7 attacks. That is nothing but application layer attacks. So those application layer attacks, we can call it as OASP top 10 or SANS top 25. Okay. So OASP top 10 and also SANS top 25. So next one is example tools. So we have so many: Akamai, Barracuda, Citrix. Next one is FI. Next one is AWS WAF, dedicated applicable to Amazon. and Azure application gateway, dedicated applicable to Azure environment, Google Web. Okay, these are a couple of web tools are available in the market. So these tools will prevent dedicated to layer number 7 attacks. Layer number 7 as per OSI is application layer. Okay, so nothing but WASP top 10 category of the attacks. I'll put this one also. Or OWASP top 10 attacks. Okay, so I will use these terminology regularly from tomorrow onwards. I don't think today I will complete. Let's see. So next one is WASP top 10. Inter question, this one. Very, very important. So it is an institution or organization. What exactly it will do? It will provide what is the tactics attacker is using, and also it will provide what are the top 10 attacks. WASP is an organization. They will conduct some survey. Example, whenever any elections they will conduct, they will do some of the survey. Example, India Today survey, or the Hindu survey, or Lagadapati Rajgopal survey, and so on. Finally, they will give the summary of the survey results or polls. In the similar way, WASP is an organization. They will conduct some survey with different companies. Basically, they will go and they will check with the TCS. They will go and they will check with Infosys. They will go and they will check with Wipro, and so on. Finally, they will make a summary of the total top 10 attacks. So that is called WASP top 10. So you can see here, initially they conducted survey in 2010. After that 2013. After that 2017. Most recently 2021. Okay, so you can see here practically WASP top 10. So this is what I'm saying basically. So this WASP top 10 is dedicated to applicable to application layer attacks. All these attacks will come. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So all these attacks are sorry to interrupt you. Yeah, all these attacks are belongs to application attacks, nothing but any website related attacks. Okay, so whatever information here it is showing as per 2017 and also 2021. So this is WASP is an organization. They will conduct some survey and finally they will make top 10 attacks overall summary. So as I said earlier, initially they conducted survey in 2010, later 2013, later 2017, and most recent survey results are 2021. I'm not sure whether they will do in 2023 or not. They're not following proper sequence. Okay, so how we can define this one? It is an organization. They will conduct application layer attacks survey, and finally they will make top 10 application layer attacks. So as I said earlier, initially they conducted survey in 2010, later 2013, later 2017, and most recent one is 2021. So these are the different years this organization is conducted survey. This is also called institute. Okay. So that is WASP top 10. It's one of the very, very favorite interview question. In that one, once again, couple of attacks are there. SQL injection attack, cross-site scripting attack, CSRF attack. These three attacks are very, 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 very favorite interview questions. Okay. So I will write that one also. Don't worry, we will discuss about all these once again in future. Example attacks are SQL injection attack, nothing but backend database they will compromise. SQL queries they will compromise. Next one is cross-site scripting attack. Next one is CSRF attack, cross-site request forgery. You will see all these attacks in top 10. Okay, these two are very important, guys. Cross-site scripting and also SQL injection attacks. Most of the interviews they'll ask these two. We'll discuss it's a part of application security. Okay, that is about WASP top 10. In the similar way, most of the organization, 98 to 99% of the organization, they will follow WASP top 10 only. Even pen testers also. Penetration testing. Who will do penetration testing? Our security team only. So penetration testing is also called as security testing. So the security testing will be done by our penetration testers. So they will validate these top 10 attacks only. They will validate these top 10 attacks. In the application, whether these loopholes or bugs are existing related to these top 10. So that is about penetration testing. Okay. So we'll discuss later, don't worry. I'm giving a lot of in-depth analysis now itself. I think most of the people are getting confusion also. Next one is IP.
Yes,
yeah. So why I'm giving now itself? Because you want to habituate all this terminology. Okay, based on practice, right? You have to habituate all this. That's why I'm giving now itself. Regularly, I will use all these words or terminology. So actually, so OS, once we'll go to the OS layers, then it will be a little bit easy. Okay. Next one is IP. IP full form is Internet Protocol. Internet Protocol. Okay. So Internet Protocol, it is a logical address, not physical address. Every laptop or every MacBook or every mobile or every system, basically, we will assign one of the numerical number. That numerical number or label is called as IP address. So this IP address is a logical. It is not a physical address. It is not a physical address. So morning or yesterday, not morning, sorry, yesterday we were discussing about ARP. ARP, what is ARP? What is ARP?
Address Resolution Protocol.
Exactly. What it will do?
So it will convert
IP into the MAC address.
Yes, correct. It will convert or map IP address to MAC address, nothing but layer 3 address to layer 2 address, also called as logical address to physical address. Logical address to physical address. So IP address is a numerical number or label assigned to each and every system, but it is not a fixed one. But MAC address is a fixed one. That is the difference. It is a label or numerical. When you say numerical, one number, numerical number assigned to each and every system in the organization. But don't compare this numerical number with the serial number. Serial number is different and numerical number or IP address is different. Serial number will be provided by OEM vendor. Vendor example, whatever laptop you're purchasing, that may be Lenovo, that may be HP, that may be whatever it may be. So for every laptop or MacBook or even including mobile also, at the time of, okay, whatever they are manufacturing, they will go dedicated unique number. That unique number is called as a serial number. That is different. Even if you want to go and check your serial number of the mobile, you can go to settings and go to about. Then you can see serial number of the device. Even it is applicable to laptop or MacBook or any server or database related to physical devices. Okay, serial number is different and numerical number is different. This numerical number may be changed, but serial number never will change. Always it is a fixed. Okay. So this is also called as logical address. It is also called as logical address. So why it is called logical address? I'll explain part of IP addresses and classification. Next one is NIC card. NIC card. NIC full form is Network Interface Card. Network Interface Card. Did anyone see network interface card in your laptop? Did you open anytime laptop? You can see. So this particular card is called, okay, this one. Normally we will see in the laptop and also mobiles and so on. This particular card is called as NIC network interface card. What exactly this network interface card will do? It will convert electrical signals to data signals. This is power supply basically. We'll go power supply here. So once we are giving power supply, that electrical signals will be converted to data signals so that our computer will understand. Okay. So that NIC card has one physical address. That physical address is called as MAC address. Every NIC card has a physical address. Okay. So I will ask one question now. Whether laptop or MacBook or workstation has a one MAC address or more than one MAC address. Serial number is always one and unique. I told you already. But my questions to you is whether every laptop or any end user system has a one MAC address or multiple MAC address.
Yeah, it may have multiple MAC addresses.
Yes, it's right. So it depends. If you are configuring any virtual Ethernet interface, yes, it has more than one MAC address also. Example, in my laptop, if I want to configure one more virtual machine or one more Ethernet interface, every Ethernet interface or every interface has a MAC address, guys. Every interface has a MAC address. Example, if I want to show in my laptop, let's go and see. So what is the command we have to give for to identify the MAC address? What we discussed previously?
ARP.
ARP is for ARP table, but I'm asking MAC address. We discussed already this topic. One of the command we have to give to identify the MAC address. ipconfig, yes, ipconfig, perfect answer. This is Hari is provided. Any other than ipconfig? One is ipconfig. Second one is get MAC. Get space MAC. So it is showing as a wrong. This command is wrong. So I will give it space without space. You can see now with space I given, it is showing as a wrong command. It is a wrong, and that's why results are not showing. Are you getting what I'm saying? Previously I given get space MAC to check what is MAC address of my laptop. But unfortunately, it is not showing anything because I provided wrong command. So this is called command line interface, whatever right now I'm sharing with you. And without space I given get MAC, now results came. You can see physical address in my laptop. It is showing two. One is media disconnected. Second one is one more. That means I'm using more than one MAC address. Now, if I'm creating one more virtual interface like a Oracle or maybe VMware, one more virtual machine in my physical laptop, one more interface will come. Okay. So finally, what is the conclusion? How many interfaces you are configuring in our system? According to that, each and every interface has one of the physical address. That physical address is called MAC address. So first we are going to discuss about network interface card. It is a physical card. It will convert electrical signals into data signals. Okay. Next one is MAC address. MAC address also called as physical address. Every NIC card or interface has physical address. That physical address called as MAC address. Okay. So that is the difference between IP address and MAC address. IP address will come under which layer? Layer number 3, that is nothing but network layer. MAC address will come under layer number 2, that is nothing but data link layer. That is day after tomorrow discussion or tomorrow discussion maybe. Okay. I think that's all for today, guys. So we'll continue tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm going to complete some other definitions. Day after tomorrow only, I think I will start maybe OSL layers. Otherwise, according to time, maybe tomorrow itself I will start. Okay, once again, I'm saying, please don't worry about all these definitions and abbreviations. All these topics we are going to discuss once again in future. Because these terminology I will use regularly. That's why I'm giving now itself. So that you'll practice. Is it clear or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, done. So do you have any questions, guys? Did you get everybody got the access or not?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got access.
Okay, perfect. And please go through at least for networking concepts 1 or 2 times, and possible you can make a notes also. So you are seeing, right? So many times I'm posting in the groups. So example, Kranti or maybe Gafur or maybe Rajgopal or maybe okay, Ajam and so on. So they are doing hard work. They are able to understand. They have done a lot of hard work. Because of that reason only, even though they are putting 3 years or 6.5 years of experience or 7 years of experience, they are able to crack so many interviews. One person is getting more than 5 to 6 offer letters. So this batch also I like very much because so many people are very active and also they are asking back so many questions to me. I'm so happy for that one. Okay, please complete whatever topics we are discussing on the day-to-day basis. Obviously, you will also get that many offer letters, hope so. Okay, do you have any questions?
Please upload the video after completing.
Yes, because these videos are going to store in Zoom cloud. It will take approximate 1 hour to 2 hours. So once this storing is completed, yes, I will upload. By end of today itself, I will upload. Apologies in case if it is delay. Any other? Okay, guys, thank you so much and good night. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.